Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Wow! That was Patrick Kuhn performing W.M.D. Washington's Matrix Dollar from Seth Race, Nonplus Productions. Incredible. That was an incredible video. It looks like amazing magic in Patrick Kuhn's hands. That's a miracle. Let's talk about this and if this lives up to the hype of that trailer. All right, W.M.D, Seth Race, Washington's Matrix Dollar. What is it? It's a matrix routine, right? It's a matrix routine similar to a coin matrix. So if you've ever seen a coin matrix, it's typically 4 coins, whether they be quarters or half dollars, in the corners, the 4 corners of the performance area, and either with the magician's hands over them or cards over them, the coins travel, vanishing from where they were and appearing to another location without the audience watching them move. This trick is done with a dollar bill, and you're using the note indicators, right? The indices here on the corner, you're using these, and you're sliding these across the paper and grouping them over into one corner. And then Patrick Kuhn, the way he did it as a flash restore at the very end. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what is in the box? What's in the box? Not much. You're getting the download link, obviously. You get the download link. Download link takes you out to the internet. You'll have access to a video that's roughly 32 minutes long. And then inside the box, there's some easily found items and something that Seth Race made for you, but he also gives you PDF so that you could make it yourself. And let me just say, in this, there is no real money, right? He's not giving you any real money. There's no bills. There's no fake bills or real bills in this. You're gonna use your own money and then you're gonna build it out of real money. So right away, let me just say this trick costs $35, 35 bucks. And then depending on the gimmick you build, you're gonna take some more physical dollars, some real dollars that you have, right? And you're going to cut and paste them. You're gonna ruin them. Probably another $3 or $4. So that moves this trick up to a $40 trick right off the bat. Is it what I thought? Sort of. I could understand what was happening, and I knew it had to be, let's say I knew it had to be this, right? And it was, but it was not as complicated as I was making it in my mind. I was adding extra elements that Seth doesn't add, okay? So it's actually simpler than it looks. How are the angles? I think there's no bad angles. There is some flashing opportunities with this simply because the elements of this are what they are. I mean, it's paper on paper, right? It's paper on paper and it's very small paper. You could flash. All right, so can the bill be inspected? No, not unless you do a switch. This was another weird thing for me. With another trick, let's say like the pip matrix that's on a card, okay? Sometimes you've seen gaff decks come with a special gaff card where all the pips are isolated in one corner. And that's achieved by just, sleight of hand. You're just doing sleight of hand. The pips aren't actually moving on the surface of the card, right? Obviously. But with that card, you can then take it out and hand it out and inspect it. And someone could hold that card and say, wow, this is crazy. Like they're really printed on here. And you could, yeah. But with the dollar bill, you can't do that. It'd be nice if I could slide these little 1 symbols over to a corner and then in its broken state, hand it out and say, here, look at this. And they could hold it and go, wow, it's really printed on here. This is insane. But you can't do that. You have to slide the pips on the dollar bill back to their original spots and then perform a bill switch and then hand it out. For me, that just seems like a lot of steps. The much more magical thing would be to hand it out in its broken state, or to start with it in a broken state, heal it, and then hand it out. All right, so that's the overall quality and production value of the video. The video is very averagely shot. It's an over-the-shoulder table view. There's some background music that I could have done without. It's a little loud, I didn't need it. As far as what's taught on the video, you're gonna get an intro. Seth is gonna go over what's in the box. He's gonna talk about how to make the gimmick, and then he'll cover the basic handling. And that's just the basic trick where I described above, that you would actually have to slide the indices, then slide them back, then do a bill switch, then hand it out. Then he's gonna teach an ultra visual method, the one we saw Patrick Kuhn do in the trailer. This requires more crafting and more dollars and more gimmicks and more building and more cutting. But you'll be able to do the flash restore at the end the way you see Patrick do it, but you'll still need to do a bill switch before you hand it out. Then he'll go over some performance tips, and he'll talk about some bill switch ideas, and he'll mention all the tricks that inspired this. All right, so is it well made? You make it, right? You make it. And like I said, the things that come in the box are readily available to you at your local grocery store or on eBay. But let me just say, to make it look exactly like how you see in the trailer, it's gonna take precision and patience. This is not an easy trick to build. This is not an easy trick to perform, okay? It's not. You're gonna have to have a lot of patience building this, and you're gonna have to be very exact with your cutting, pasting, crafting, gluing, scissoring, stapling. There's no staples, but I'm just saying, you have to be very, very careful, okay? How much setup and reset is there? Not much. And I think surprisingly, you could carry it with you in your wallet. You could carry it in your wallet. And I think if you had a double-ended wallet, let's say, and you only had one bill in there, and you just showed them, look, there's only one bill. And you pull that one bill out, you do the matrix, you slide it back, you're about to put it away, and they say, let me see it. Then you could easily go to the second compartment where you have a single real bill, open that, and then hand it out for inspection. I think you could perform it like that, definitely, especially if you worked it into the end of a series of money magic or coin magic routines. Positives, all right, so what are the positives? What are the good things I can say about W.M.D? It's very creative, it's highly visual. I think Seth Race is a great guy, and he's very creative, comes up with a lot of really cool things. And like I said earlier, on camera, it looks great. The way Patrick Kuhn did it, I mean, it's jaw-dropping. There's nothing you can pause or freeze frame or rewind or go in slow motion to kind of like figure it out. Like the way you see it performed in that video is like, wow, that'd be incredible if you could do that live. All right, so negatives. What are the negatives? You know, a lot of magicians and magic houses, they send these tricks to me for free so that I can do a review. But I still want to be honest with you. I still want to give you an unbiased review because this is about you spending your money and getting the trick that you want. I think live in person, this trick is going to be difficult to do. Okay, so I think if you're a beginner magician or a novice, I wouldn't say this is for you, just because of the time that's going to have to be put into building the gimmick. And you know, the difference between me and Patrick Kuhn is astronomical. So there's no way I can perform this the way Patrick does. Patrick's amazing. The trick is knacky and it's dirty. All right, so if you're a magician and you understand those words, you'll get where I'm coming from. It's difficult to perform live. And even after you construct the gimmick, it's gonna require upkeep. You're not gonna be able to keep this forever and maintain it. You'll have to continue to work on it and repair it. Especially if you keep it in your wallet, you're gonna end up thrashing it and you're gonna have to make another one, which means you'll spend more money making another bill because you'll have to cut up more money and craft more money. So let's go back to, is it worth your money? Is it worth your money? Like I said, a lot of the things inside the box are easily available. It's nice that Seth gets them all together for you. I would have probably priced it at a little less, just with the knowledge that the magician's gonna have to go out and ruin some money on top of this to even build it, right? So you gotta consider all of that in the price. But let's go back to that trailer again from Patrick Kuhn. Incredible, amazing. That is one of the coolest looking tricks on Instagram or YouTube I've seen all year. And so I definitely think you can do that. It's definitely possible. It's not out of your reach, okay? So if you can put in the time, if you're not worried about the price, and you think that you could perform something at that caliber and you want to do some crazy looking magic on video, then definitely pick this up, because I think this will still do what you see in the trailer, just so long as you're willing to kind of push aside all the things I mentioned earlier. All right, so I know that was a weird video. I know that was a weird review, but I just wanted to be honest with you. I wanted to be upfront because there were definitely elements to this I loved. There was definitely elements to this I loved, but there was also some elements to this I was kind of like, some iffy about. So I just wanted to mention to you what those things were. Big, huge thanks to Seth Race for allowing me to have this trick so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it at penguinmagic.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. And like I said, the things that come in the box are things that are readily available.